Okay, so we're looking at the half positions now. Normally the C minor, the Dorian C minor shape in the A box, where we've got the capo on the fifth, because when you play an A open, E becomes the fifth of A. So if you capo on the fifth in the key of C, which would be G, alright, G becomes the fifth. So it would be 5, 6, and you can see the A shape here hidden. 5 in the pentatonic, 5, 6, root, 2, 3, 5, 6, root. Okay, 2, 3, 5, 6. But here's the fourth because it's tri-pentatonic. Alright, now that's weird because we have the 4 there. So let's try that again. The A shape pentatonic is 5, 6, root, 2, 3, 5, 6, root, 2, 3, 5, 6. It's still kind of strange why this 4 is here, because it's tri-pentatonic. It's not just the A box, okay? It's the A, D, E box. It's tri-pentatonic. That's why we have that 4 there to help us get the Dorian. Aha, because the Dorian is the relative sixth of the fourth. These are all good notes, okay? If you wanted to play just diatonic from the, from that in the A position, diatonic would be 5, 6, root 2, 3, it would be 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so let's look at that chord. Remember, we can't just get away with the C minor shape. 6, 2, 4, there's the E minor shape, that second inversion. Remember we had 5 root 3, but now 3 is going, 3 of course of the second minor. It's going to be second inversion. It would be a second inversion D major. That's why it would be here. That's a weird note there, okay? That's actually would be a C in the string shape labels. That's where I put the C label. So, what do we got here? We're going to play this chord. We're going to play a half chord because we can't do the C minor shape. And by the way, it's difficult to do these C minor shapes, you know? Can you play this that easy? There's an actual C minor, okay? They're hard chords to play anyway. We're looking at it, but we're going to add the seventh of that Dorian. Okay, so we've got on the bottom, we've got the 6, the 2, the 4 is going to be open, and we're going to hit the root there. Okay, starting from the 6. So this, starting from the 6 is, so we've got 6, 2, 4, and root. We've got that. You know, it's not just whip off a D minor 7th there, because we've got guitar and we can't get the triads. Now, people who play cello know all about this, that we can't do this all the time. Can't do that on the cello easy, but you can do this. Okay, so here we go with the chords. 6, 2, 4, root on the bottom 4, and oftentimes we're splitting the chord, the strings up into, you know, a few strings, 4 strings on the bottom, or the top 4 strings. Now what do we got above there? We have a nice 2 there, so we got a 5 string. But if I hit this open 5 up here, it's no longer, it's going to be like going like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's like a suspended fourth of the Dorian, you know. It'd be cool. Or they often go like that, focusing more on the suspended note than the note itself, than the regular triad. So we've got a 5 string there, and then we just have to hit this 6, and I can't get that right now, not easily. So we can look more at way up top. Maybe we could play root. So we could play root up there, but that's a really tough chord. So what we can do is look at the top 4 strings. So we've got the open down here. You can also hit that as open, but you know, that's like putting the dominant 7th, the 7th on the bottom. We have the 4, the root, the 4, and the 6th. Okay, what do we got there? Hey, look at this. We have a second inversion D minor down here. And then up here, that's the bottom 3 strings. The top 3 strings we have its parent second inversion. Root 4, 6. So this is what we got. And you're going to see a lot of that. Second inversion minor, second inversion parent on top. So there, it's pretty much your choice. If you were ever like playing like a D shape up here and just let that go, you're kind of outlining the root of that Dorian, that 2. That's a root arpeggio. Root 3. Actually, it's 6, 6, 4. What is it? 2, 4, 6. Sorry, 2, 4, 6. Okay, let's not get into how fast are my fingers and my brain doesn't get mixed up. All right, so you know, between notes, I have that problem. You know, note sequencing to get that right. Okay, so that's what we've got in that box. It might be a little misleading to go to the D right here because we've got pretty much every other note that we weren't playing now we have to play, and that's kind of difficult. It might be more advantageous to follow a diagonal line here. C, C, C. We can look at the C as the 3rd minor position in the G box. Here's the C is the 3rd minor. Take it up to A minor, but we're not going to take it up. We're going to play the half position chord down there. So now we're going, again, we had diagonally, we're going, instead of going over to the 3rd minor in the same box, which we're just going to be playing all the different notes, we want to have something to latch on to. So we're going to play the C minor as the 3rd now, okay, in the G box. Okay, so we're going to put the capo on the 6th now to play the same position. It's going to be the exact same thing. Did we not do this? Here we have an E minor shaped, E minor, well, but it's lower. Okay, it's an E minor shaped 3 minor. In the key of C, it's going to be an E minor, so it's going to be like this. We've got that, and then we can hit this 2 up here, and the 2 is the 7th of the 3rd. Open 5. Remember, 5's our friend now. And then on top, once again, we have its parent. So we have second inversion, minor, and then the parent on top. Hey, that's about all we have time for today because you've had such a long lesson. We're going to cover all these in the next lesson more. Please tune in to Andy's free guitar chart videos on Facebook. It's been a great lesson and good teaching you this morning.